Hi. One of my delights as the leader of OpenGate and leader of Monash Community Church, and with all the things that I have the privilege of doing and serving in this nation and others, is a chance to live out that old phrase from the gospel song, to watch and pray. It comes from the song Oh Happy Day, and he taught me how to watch and to pray. And I wanted to share three things as I've sort of watched in the natural and prayed and seen in the spiritual that I think as a region will matter to us in 2020. Firstly, I have a strong sense just from watching that this will be a year of positioning. It's already clear, for example, that Jeff and Muriel will be moving to the next phase of their lives sometime over the course of this year, and therefore there's a positioning of people in Swindon and the Swindon Church. Jeremy and Joe in Henley are obviously set in, but their position and the positioning of people around them for the flourishing and the fruitfulness of Henley Baptist Church is going to be a significant growth and process in 2020. When we think about Abingdon, for example, obviously we understand that over this year and into next, positioning of people and just understanding what God is saying about people and leadership and so on is going to be a big deal, and that's part of what we're doing, let alone anything else that may be going on. So I anticipate God doing positioning in 2020. Secondly, I anticipate God doing gathering in 2020. There's gathering in the sense of, as a group of churches, God is helping us to become more and more carriers of a missional passion and heart and see people gathered to us, gathered to Jesus above all and becoming his disciples. But also as a region, we noticed, it's not a coincidence that we started the year with 8 churches at that healing weekend that we had the privilege of calling. And I suspect that God is going to gather and broaden and strengthen us as a network by drawing people to us and widening our linkages. A year of gathering. But also I think there's something about revival. God is transforming his church. He's bringing greater life to his church, which is one of the characteristics of revival. But also, people keep talking to me about there's a move of God, or there's something going on in the spiritual realm where God is wanting to draw lost and broken people, lost and broken nations back to him to find their wholeness, their healing, their salvation in him. And I think we're going to see some amazing moves of the Spirit. Now, it's always hard to predict this stuff, and I'm not claiming to be an oracle, but as I look in the physical and I look in the spiritual and I think and pray about us as OpenGate region and beyond and the different places we have the privilege of impacting, these senses of positioning, of gathering, and actually of God doing something quite remarkable and amazing and seeing revival going from being in the invisible to being more in the visible, I think will characterize this year and maybe even beyond into 2021. We'll see what God does, but I'm excited by this time, and I guess my invitation is, come, pray with us that God might do all that he wants to do in 2020, that we might have the privilege of standing back at the end of the year and going, look at what God has done. Isn't it amazing?